Hello, family. This is MasterChef back again. I thought I'd fry some home fried potatoes here with onions. And as you can see, with plenty of Polish sausage, kielbasa. First, we're gonna cut up a half an onion. It ain't got to be diced up too small. Come across with them just roughly. One more time there. And I got 7 green onions here, as you can see. I'm gonna cut them up too. Don't want them to go bad. You're gonna get that in there. Just go right across them. So just rough chop them, it'll be okay. Get them in there. Fry these potatoes. I like to fry my potatoes, but I like for them to get brown. So what I've learned is that anytime that you're frying potatoes, and you want them to be golden brown, is don't put your onions in them yet until they get to your desired color of golden brown. Because what will happen is the onions will release water, and the water will keep the potatoes from turning brown. They'll be done, but they won't be brown. So this is what we're doing. I'll be back when I get these on the stove and the grease. I'm glad that you tuned in, and I hope that you try this recipe. It's just regular, home down, or home cooked fried potatoes, Polish sausage, and onions. And of course, I'll throw a tablespoon of minced garlic in there. And that's what we're doing, and probably have some butter biscuits with it. I'll be back when I get these on the stove. Stay tuned. All right. MasterChef back here. We finna get these potatoes in there. Make sure you dump them in away from you to keep from throwing grease back on you. Get them in there. And what I want to show you is that when you're cooking potatoes like this, you want to get them brown before you put your onions in, because when your onions begin to turn translucent, they're going to release that water, and it's going to keep them from being brown. I'm going to crank this up probably about on medium, and I'm going to let them go. And when they turn brown, I'm going to put my onions in, and I believe I will put a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic in, and I'll put my meat in kind of last. Probably in the middle of them, turn as golden brown as I want them and being fully done. And as you can see, I had already put my oil in, along with half of it was bacon grease, and half vegetable oil. That's the way I like to do it over here. And I'll be back when these begin to turn brown to share these with you. All right, it's MasterChef. I thought, I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make some homemade biscuits. So as you can see, I put 2.5 cups of flour, 2.5 cups of flour. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of baking powder. A whole tablespoon baking powder. Sift it in, get it in there. Okay. Y'all think I'm playing. MasterChef wants to show y'all he can get down. Okay. Tablespoon of granulated sugar. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of pink salt. Think y'all like this? Easy peasy. Can you say that with me? Easy peasy. Okay. As you can see, I got 2 eggs ready to go. I'm going to put 2 cups of buttermilk in these biscuits. Pour it in there. Let me pause for identification. This is MasterChef. Doing what he do. Pour it in there. I'm gonna go ahead on and get my eggs in there. Now what you don't want to do, I'm not gonna do this like I usually do my cakes. I'm not going to over mix it. All right. I got my salt, buttermilk, eggs, flour, sugar. You want to get those eggs incorporated in there good. Y'all see that turning into a dough? This is easy. That's probably about the hardest part, getting that egg to incorporate in there. And what I'm gonna do to these, I'm going to stick them in a buttered pan and let them go for about 30 minutes or until they're brown. Oh yeah, these are almost ready to go in. Get all that goodness off the side. Fold it in there. We're gonna get these see that? That's what you're looking for. No, that ain't too much butter. Butter like cheese, it make everything better. Get that in there. Y'all better ask somebody. You make these right here and get you some grape jelly. I'm sorry, some grape poupon. You get these here made and get you some fried potatoes with onions in them, and it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. Do you hear me? Make sure you get that, spread it evenly throughout your dish. I know what you're saying. They're gonna turn into biscuits. They're already biscuits. They just hadn't finalized yet. All right, I'm going in the oven with these, and when they get through and I cut them up, I'm gonna share them with you. I'll see you in a little bit. I got to check on my fried potatoes, and my things will be onions in them. Bye. Okay, here's MasterChef back. I'm gonna hit these with some pepper flakes, red pepper flakes. Not too many. Black pepper. If you notice, I hadn't put Lowry seasoning salt. The potatoes can be hard to get seasoned with salt. And I'm going to go ahead and get my Polish sausage kielbasa in there. Yeah, I know it's a lot. As you can see, my potatoes have begun to turn brown. Get your meat in there. And if you notice, I did not put a top on there because my potatoes was brown and I wanted them to turn brown. So I didn't put a top on there to start the smother activation. So I wanted you to know that because any condensation is going to stop the browning process of the potatoes. Thought I'd throw that in there. In a few seconds, we're going to get that stirred up. And then we're going to get our onions in there. I certainly appreciate y'all taking the time out of your busy schedule and watching this video. Yeah, how the potatoes brown. That's what you want to see. See them potatoes? If I put the top on, they wouldn't be looking like that. Potatoes and Polish sausage, or kielbasa, boudin, whatever you want to use. All right. I'm gonna put my tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm gonna drop my onions in. As you can see, my potatoes are brown. I'm ready to go in like this now. What this is going to do, this is going to activate the smothering process of the potatoes. See how brown the potatoes are? Meat turning brown, everything coming together. Now I'm going to put the top on there, just like that. Ain't no hole in the top, so I'm going to cock it like that where it can release the excess steam. And probably maybe another 10 minutes, those will be ready. I'll take them off and plate them, and we'll pull out the homemade biscuits, the easy homemade biscuits, and we'll plate this thing up. And remember, if you like what Mrs. J and MasterChef is cooking and throwing down with over here, tell a friend, please. And if you hadn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you, and we thank you, and I'll be back to show you the conclusion of this dish. Bye. Hello, it's MasterChef back. Let's take the top off of here. I believe these are ready. Look at that. Look, see the potatoes are brown, the meat is done, the onions are translucent. Look at the pretty color on that. And you talking about smell. Somebody gonna be confused coming home from work because they're gonna smell this coming out the vent through the top of the house. That's two things. There are two things that smell. That's when you're cooking bacon in the morning, when you're cooking fried potatoes and onions. And I tell you, it go all out through the neighborhood. And when they smell this, they gonna say, I hope that smell is coming from my house. But it's coming from Mrs. J and MasterChef house. I'm gonna get these plated up and I'll be back. All right. You see that? This is MasterChef back with the finished product of these fried potatoes and onions and kielbasa sausage. That looks good. Now when I pull the biscuits out of the oven, we're gonna plate up some of this and let you see the finished product. This is good for breakfast, it's good for dinner, it's good for lunch. I tell you what, it's good you can make a potato sandwich out of this. And how many of you know or remember that when your mama used to cook these, you had some syrup on the side. Put a little syrup with that, with some good biscuits. Oh my goodness. Or make a fried potato sandwich. Come on now, come on some of you country people. Let me hear from you. Okay. All right. I got the biscuits, as you can see, out of the oven. We're gonna take them and score them right down. Well, not the middle, but the side of it. We're gonna let's cut one out of here. Y'all know they full of butter. You saw all the clarified butter in the pan there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Don't y'all mess with me. Look at that. That's done, baby. It's full of butter. Look at that. Look at that. Now, what you need is some Mrs. Buttersworth. Look at that. That's what you need. Oh my goodness. Now, remember, quick and easy biscuits. I felt like somebody didn't believe MasterChef. There's another one. Grannies can't touch that. Got biscuits, fried potatoes, and sub. Hey, y'all have a good evening. If you like what MasterChef and Mrs. J is throwing down with over here, easy peasy recipes that's actually good that you can eat. We eat this stuff. This is what we eat. What you see us produce, this is what we eat. Hey, we love you. Hang in there and don't let go. We'll see you at my next cooking video. Bye.